We're shooting here live from Mark Olitsky's Foundry. He's an old-time banjo, and he's also a bronze man. And here is one of the projects he worked on. This is Hoagy Carmichael. This is a wax impression of Hoagy's head. And Hoagy was the great piano man, a tunesmith, a wonderful songwriter, wrote classic tunes like Stardust, Up a Lazy River, and Georgia.
My name is Mark Olitsky. I'm from Geauga County, and I cast bronze sculpture and play old-time banjo. I grew up in Cleveland, Ohio, and my parents both grew up in Cleveland, Ohio on the west side, and they did not play music. All of us kids played something, most of them. And it started, of course, at about 14 or 15 with rock and roll guitar. Who didn't play that or want to, you know? So that's how we all started musical roots. I was probably in my later 20s when I was just out of art school, but I wanted to play banjo. Thought I wanted to play banjo. And started lessons probably my senior year. And that was it. By the time I graduated, I didn't have room to do any artwork because I was so hooked on music. I was going to school at the Art Institute, Cleveland Institute of Art, and in my last year, me and a friend of mine, actually, we both thought of playing banjo. It probably came up from movies like Deliverance or Bonnie and Clyde and just the stereotypical, the bluegrass segments that you would find once in a while. We thought it'd be cool, and we looked for a music store. Turns out there was one across the street, Goose Acres Folk Music Store, Pete Smakala, and he became my first instructor, only instructor for that matter, and taught me for a year or two. And then I started going to the Southern festivals and picked up the rest of any education I had from there. I, along with 3 others, own and operate Studio Foundry, which is a lost wax bronze casting facility. This is it, you know, what you see here. And we cast in bronze, all sculpture for artists. They can make their sculpture in any material they want, and then we take rubber molds from there and we'll reproduce them for them. They're ready to show when we're finished. Well, when you get out of art school, you have to find something to do to make a living, and you'll find something. This is what I found. At the Foundry here, we cast, like I mentioned, it was all sculpture. It varies in size from tabletop gallery size to public works, 14 feet. I think the largest thing we've done has probably been a couple of, maybe 3 12-foot figures on a 12-foot base. That's at the state capitol in Illinois. And one of the nicest blends between music and art we've had has been an opportunity to cast a Hoagy Carmichael statue. It was a life-size statue of Hoagy at a baby grand piano, a Steinway. He's working on a tune, and I can't recall which one now, but it was a specific tune. He's got the sheet metal on there, he's got his coat. It's a very detailed piece by an artist by the name of Michael McCauley. And so that was great, working on a piece that had to do with a giant musical past. Actually, the style of music that I'm playing has its roots in plantation slave music, which they did at the end of their day or whatever, whenever they were able to. And it's infectious, and I'm sure there were plenty of plantation owners that loved the sound of it. And when the whites started to play it, they actually went into blackface to play this music, which is the whole minstrel style. And there's plenty of prints of a couple of white guys in blackface playing and hee-hawing it up with bizarre as that might be. It wasn't until quite a bit later that they actually acknowledged, or if they even have that plaques originated the music. The style of playing that I do is direct from that too. Nellie Gray was a southern black slave, and she had a relationship with a black free man. And at a certain time, the owner decided to sell her, and she was being carted off to another plantation. And this is the song, Darling Nellie Gray, They're Taking You Away. It's the song from the vantage point of the black free man saying goodbye to his lost love.